Vacillator, someone who wavers between different opinions, ideas, or courses of action. I did not know what vacillator meant. I had never even heard it. And then it came up on Spotify when I was listening to one of my friends' songs. It was the title. So I was like, what is that? And then I went a little deeper with it and found out that it's also a love style. And this particular love style is somebody who desires deep emotional connection, and then once they kind of receive that, they develop anxious attachment and kind of at a severe level. And I shouldn't say severe level, I don't know, but what I read, it kind of seemed pretty intense. But basically it's a conditioning. It's something that was developed in childhood from inconsistent parenting or unstable, unpredictable parenting. And then, of course, these people are often paired with avoidance love style. So, not love style, attachment style. There we go. All right. I got a message after finding this out that it said pretending not to be. I'm not sure if that means necessarily that you are pretending you do not have this attachment style, especially if you, or this love style is what they called it. I don't know if pretending you're not is something that you're trying to do, or maybe it's something that you feel like you've grown through, something that there's a bit of a stuckness, but it's a deniable. You're denying something of that, like possibly you've grown so much and expanded your life in many different ways, but there's still that part of you that just hasn't been healed yet. And there's a possibility that you keep yourself, you probably keep yourself a little, like, at arm's length, probably so you don't have emotional reaction. So I'm gonna just go ahead and be honest. Sounds a lot like me. So I don't know if this video is just for me, or if it's kind of coming out through me because I can understand it, and hopefully it's reaching people who also feel this way, and hopefully through the reading we find some silver linings and some positive things to look forward to, and of course a little advice. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle. Oh, I'm using my The Goddess Oracle deck. It is my most favorite Oracle deck, and it is possibly one of my most powerful decks. Maybe it's just because I've had it the longest and I can kind of jive with it a little bit, or I don't know. I truly believe in the power of the goddesses, and I think they're very ready and willing to speak if you are open to listening. So, I'm just gonna lay down. I will show you the cards. Just give me a minute. So the first card is Blow Die Wed. The card of betrayal. She fell in love with another man outside of her marriage, and like plotted to kill him or killed him or something of that nature. So, ooh, so she um, doesn't necessarily represent full betrayal, but it's like living with that um, betrayal within you, and it's about having these past pains and hurts that you have carried, and it's like finding that love, that first love of your life, and then having it end. They decide they don't love you anymore. They find somebody else, and that betrayal that you feel, that pain that you feel and you carry, um, that's significant here. Um, it's coming up. I think is the first card, just to kind of help us to recognize how far we've come, how much pain we have endured, and how just how powerful we are, that we can transform from something like that. And the reason why I'm not up in arms with it is because the following card was Aphrodite, love, the love card. So I see this as a real purity, like it's just again referencing that first love kind of feeling. It's before you knew what the pain felt like, before you knew the complications and your own true character and who that person is when they show up in the relationships. And I think there's just that purity here, that love that's still something within you that you still are desiring. Even after all that pain, you still desired that. So good for you. Following that desire is also the laughter card. I feel like well, this is a goddess. She lured another goddess out of like this goddess. I can't remember her name, but she locked herself away in a cave, and nobody could get her out. And Uzumi was able to bring her out by taking her top off and dancing around and being ridiculous and having a good time. So anyway, there's a real freedom to this card, but it's also it's about uh, like, what am I trying to say? It's like there's a freeness to it. It's about kind of getting in touch with that the childlike person before the pain and the suffering. So I see that it's almost as if you are reaching back to your younger self, that self who is feeling these feelings, and you're luring them out to heal, if that makes any sense. And then following that is Lilith, power card, which is probably my favorite card of the deck. Lilith, I think everybody knows Lilith. Well, if you don't know Lilith, that was Adam's first wife, and basically the gist of it is that she wanted to be equal and be able to be on top, doing the dirty, and they kicked her out for that shit. I don't know. Like, fragile. Adam was fragile. Okay. Um, so anyway, the power card coming in here is that um, you you were strong. You're very, very strong, and you have more power than you probably recognize. That there is a sense of you that isn't equal. You probably were in the past treated as if you were not, and well, you know, I think that after being in that type of situation where you are um, feeling out of balance, or like you've got to cater to somebody in order to keep them around, following them and um, going overboard, and gifts and acts of service and physical touch, and you're doing all of the things, and you give that away. You give your power away when you do that. And I'm not saying when you do that, I'm saying when you do it to an intense level, when you're giving and giving and giving, and the receiving part is just minimal, just enough to keep you around. So I feel like you have learned to give to yourself. You've really learned to take care of yourself and meet your own needs. And really, through doing this, is just like where you're feeling your most powerful, your most strongest. And I know oftentimes we forget how powerful we are, but I think it always is helpful to take a look backwards and see where you've been and where you are now, and just being able to see that creation, what you created. I don't know, I think that's pretty neat, and just kind of reminds you that you do get to choose your life. Maybe you can't just be a millionaire tomorrow, but you get to choose how you show up. Yeah, you do. And then we got the Awakening card. Maybe I just fucking blew your mind, probably. That's what this card's for. No, hold on. I need some water. Okay. So, the Awakening card is just a confirmation of what I was saying, that yes, you do need to sit there and take a look back. Take a look back. See how far you've come. And hopefully in that, it's going to give you a little bit better understanding of who you are, and where you are, where you want to go. Yeah, where you want to go is pretty important too. I'm just going to pull a few clarifiers. We've got Hestia, Hearth Home, Nut, the Mystery, Kali, Fear, Freya, Sexuality, Awakening is Doubt. Okay, so you're a creator, you're a manifester, you're connected to something outside of yourself, spiritually, maybe the earth, maybe the stars, maybe the trees, but you're connected to something different, something that is calling you a little bit, whether you are super open to those things or not. Just pay attention if you're a collector of things, if you like shiny little rocks or pebbles that you find when you're going for a walk. If you put things like that in your pocket, take them home, yeah, you're probably connected to something. And then, let's see, we've got fear. Fear with sexuality and doubt. Okay. You are holding yourself back from stepping into your full power. There's this fear of repeating past mistakes. There's a fear of emotionally reacting in similar ways, in past ways. There's a fear of being treated like you weren't equal, like everything that you've been giving to yourself. You're almost afraid that if you step into this full power and attract that person that you're looking for, you're afraid that it'll all just be the same. That'll turn out like that, and then you're gonna have to redo it all over again. Or, you know, it's just fear. Because you've grown. You've done the work. There isn't, you know, I mean, there's tangible evidence that it could potentially happen, but I don't see that happening for you. You've come far enough, and you've really stepped into your power. I can't show you the sexuality card, but it is with Lilith, and I feel like owning who you are in a more powerful level is in the docket. I believe that this is something you can do. I just feel like there's these there's doubt and fear here, and I can't show the fear card either. But it's just because of the boots. I don't know. Not like anybody's gonna see this. Okay. Anyway, I don't even remember where the fuck I was. Fear, doubt. The fear and the doubt, they're holding you back. So let's see. What's the advice here? Fear and doubt. Doubt that it exists, that anything that your desire, that young love, that first love feeling that you're looking for, you're doubting that even exists, and you're afraid that if you think you find it, that it's gonna turn out the same. You're afraid to get hurt again. So it's a self-protection thing. It's a self-protection thing. You do not want to step into your power fully, because you know that it'll start attracting more and more people, and then you're going to have to be in a position where you have to make a decision. You have to decide, do I like this person? Do I not? Are they going to treat me well? Are they not? And you do not trust yourself, my friend. You do not trust yourself to make a good decision because of your past. But I can guarantee you that if you look at it, you've been making good decisions all this time. You've been taking actionable steps into growth and healing. So why wouldn't you be able to trust yourself? Okay. This card needs fixed. Thanks, son. Is there anything else we need to know? Please tell me. Is there anything else we need to know? Changing woman and Pachamama. A healing woman and a changing woman. I think our final message is that we've reached the end of the cycle and we are healed. It's okay. You can say, I am healed. You do not have to be afraid. You do not have to be afraid of the what is it called? Vacillator. Maybe you have actually healed that anxious attachment. Maybe it's not really there. Maybe anytime you feel that way, it's just yourself warning your own self that this person, they're an avoidant. They're not for you. Yeah. I think that you, in a relationship with somebody who loves you and sees you for who you are, you're going to be different. You're going to be strong. You're going to be powerful. And you're going to be sexy AF. I'm just going to show it to you. Yay! Boobies! All right, have a good night.